Okay, now let's move to the workforce diversity challenge, moving to the internal environment. This is a little different type of challenge. We talk about these diversity challenges, but usually we are not talk about the race or ethnicity, country of national origin. This is not in our discussion, but this is somehow, a new topic. Actually, when we talk about diversity, your experience, your perceptions, right? So your religions, those are all language. These are all like a diversity. I always think diversity is a challenge, but the diversity, if we manage it that well, okay, we manage it that well, diversity actually can, increase or bring us a lot of benefits. The challenge, and then it can show us the very positive outcomes. Like a diversity, the saving the cost, right? From the productivity perspective, the company is easier to hire people because those talents diverse, but the talented, right? Those employees, they want to join. So if you see like Apple Retail, they have a very interesting criteria, right? So maybe age is not a big issue, but always they want the people like very active, right? So like to talk, right? Talk a lot, right? Energize, right? Show very, let's say, proactive attitude, right? And then the energy level always very high. So those are like, they are attracting this kind of people. Okay, from the marketing argument, let me tell you this, people with, particularly from different country, from the different race, right? From marketing perspective, it is a good thing. They have the same language. They can approach their customer segment easily. I mean, if you go to those luxury stores, okay, you go to Orlando, Miami, you will notice those, let's say, those sales people, there are people speak Spanish, there are people look like Asian, right? Can speak Chinese or Japanese or Korean. So this is what I interpret, okay? So they need this diversity because they're customer with the diversity. So they need to build up a diverse, labor force or diverse team. So as the manager, we needed to understand that. And then we needed to take advantage. We needed to manage them well, take advantage, and then turn those challenge to the benefits or to the profit. People from different background with different experience, brainstorming, they're very creative, okay? They can find a new way to solve problem. Somehow like this is the process, right? If we treat this as the project, the brainstorming is, very important process, like people all contribute. But also we would see that there are also the negative part. If you focus on certain, certain type, or like say you're talking about diversity, and then quickly this become unfair, right? Language is the problem, right? So we will have the language issue. As I said, the language, English is not my strength. Somehow this will affect the knowledge transfer. This will affect somehow the communication. Anyway, so this is the challenge. They don't use this negative. They say not so positive, right? Impact of the diversity. Both exist, right? Both exist. Cultural misunderstanding. Different culture from different countries. We have different cultures. Somehow, like we celebrate like our Chinese New Year. We have different, culture related festivals. People with different, like say, background, and then this will cause some distrust, right? So, and people cannot work together very well. The diversity challenge is somehow like comparatively simple, in my opinion. At the UF, we offer those trainings, right? So understand the diversity, understand, how we can, accept that, adapt to that. Okay, I believe for those companies, particularly big companies, you will also have those related training. If you will work in another country or in other countries, so you will learn a little bit more. For example, language, culture, right? So you will receive those trainings. So there are like not only the policy, but also those trainings to support, let's say, managing the diversity. More important, our employees observing. They are looking at us. Okay, so if we accept, we adapt the diversity well, they will know that, they appreciate that. Okay, and then they will quickly trying to, make sure, oh, the company a diverse environment. We are happy about it. I quickly summarize this, the strategy we can use. And then in my opinion, right, the diverse can be many things, right? Tolerance, we need a tolerance, okay? And then we need to communicate. Why communicate? If you don't know those guys, how you can say they're good or bad, right? How you can say they are qualified or less? I mean, how you can say they are like, right? Or they are with some very unique strengths. And then after you understanding their particular like a culture, after you first you tolerate, accept, and then you communicate, you started to understand their culture. And then once you put yourself in their shoes, and then I mean empathy, they use this empathy. I think this diversity topic is very simple. Other workplace challenges I decided to hide this. As you can see, I decided to hide this slide. I have something like in the leadership, in the leading, module. Okay, the very last module. This challenge is more from the employee perspective. We needed to understand that the employees' needs, requirement, expectation, right? Democracy is also one of their needs. Or we know how to motivate that. This is the topic of motivation. I would not say, hey, this is not the challenge of manager. Let's focus on the core challenge, which is the change, the main challenge we are facing.